Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Next Play. I want to thank everybody for joining us again. Everybody from Next Play, we'd like to thank y'all for joining us. You also remember, join us every Sunday for the hottest talk about real estate, stock markets, cryptocurrency, whatever the next play. We're looking into investing from infinite banking to learning how to use all kinds of methods and tricks and of the trade to be able to attain generational wealth and be able to attain wealth, period. We like to invite you out to join the Facebook group, check us out on YouTube, and be able to do everything else that's going on again. Again, it's always we looking for the next play. And if you've been here before, we gotta first of all I do the introduction and then we go over and join everybody else online, just kind of talking and getting everything together before we get started. We want to invite you out, like I say, every Sunday at 7:30. Just come out and join and learn something with us. And if you got a business or anything else, also drop us a line in the email that'll allow us to get you on, and we can get you some exposure on the channel through our followers. Welcome again to Next Play Sundays. Let's get everything started and see exactly what's going on with everybody else and see what's happening. You know what I mean? Other than that, welcome to Next Play.
My
What's happening? What's happening, y'all? What's happening?
results.
What's happening?
I slept from Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay.
What's
What's
going
happening,
on?
Franco?
Oh man, man, check this out, Nicole. With Nicole, we're gonna get everybody to give Nicole a shout out. She made it through COVID. You know what I mean? She doing good. Happy to see her. She been missing in action. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
That's what's up.
that's good to know. What's up, man?
Glad to have you
What
back.
y'all got going on over there, man? Stacy, you over there? I heard you over there eating something. What's going?
Yeah, I will. I will.
What's
Yeah.
going on,
Yep.
man? How y'all week was, man?
Oh man. Hey, it is what it is, man. We made it.
Yeah, we
Here we
made
are
it.
again.
We made it
Yeah, here we
Got to
are
again.
pass on
again.
some more knowledge.
Yeah, we made
For
it,
the
man.
week. That's all.
Can't even say nothing. We made it.
Yeah,
It's been a lot going on this
yeah,
week,
but
though.
not
It's been crazy because one of the biggest things I found out, like I said, man, we own it. I think we just it's a couple of pieces, man. We missing, but we found out a lot. I think talking to the other person in the group, other people in the group, man, we own it. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of stuff, man, that come to light this week about how to trade. I think that's one of the biggest things we got to do is keep on it because I think even with what you got today, Sam, with the housing and what I'm gonna probably bring, mine's gonna be different today, man, because I don't think it's really information. You know what I mean? So we got to see how everybody else week went. Stacy, let you do your thing and keep going.
all right. Well, we get the show started. Like Frank said, yeah, glad to see Nicole back. Um, and anybody else who was battling through COVID, um, glad you were able to
Bounce
make
back.
it through that and bounce back. A lot of people weren't as fortunate, but you guys were. So, I guess that starts off the success stories from next play right there, um, with Nicole. Um, Success story for me uh, this week was I was able to do some research. I put it in the chat. So we've been talking about index funds, and I was able to find an index fund that was real economical, and I'm gonna talk about it whenever I come on. And it has a lot of good companies in it. It's a long play, and I think a lot of us should look at it. So I'm gonna talk about it in the chat, but I consider that being a success. Just kind of focusing on doing what we talked about. We talked about creating an all-weather fund, and going back and looking at our video. I was also able to take notes on the video we did last Sunday. I was able to take notes, got some good notes from it, and applied them. And got those in action. So that's my success story. Without further ado, we'll go to Nicole, the first lady.
Hey, I do. Hold on. I got a question.
His hand
And
was
this,
raised.
I have a question. This is just for the observers.
Mhm.
What? Because I noticed you mentioned the terminology. An all-weather fund was the terminology. Could you just touch on that and let the listeners know what a all-weather fund, what it
Oh
is?
yeah, well, last week, yeah, for those who missed it, we was talking about Ray Dalio. He's a hedge fund investor for a company called Bridgewater, and he created what he calls the all-weather fund. And basically, the all-weather fund is just a fund that has different sectors. Just off the top of my head, I know it's around 30% in stock, 7.5% in gold, another 10-15% in U.S. bonds, and another 15-20% in commodities. So basically what he does, he invests in different sectors to protect him during different seasons. So you got winter, spring, summer, and fall. So he calls it the all-weather fund. So if it's bad during winter, then maybe summer would be good. And from that, he keeps a balanced portfolio and kind of minimizes losses. So that's basically what all-weather fund is. So you can look him up online. He's on YouTube. He's Puff Daddy, financial advisor, and a lot of other folks. But you know,
Okay.
Puff resonate with us.
All right.
Take that.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. All right, go ahead, Nicole. What you got for us?
Oh, well, I am blessed to be here, me and my mom. But thank you all. You all are amazing. But I did have a success story. I was, even though this is before I got down, the Tuesday before I got sick, I was invited by the district to participate in the Aspiring Principals program. So that's a program for our school district where current assistant principals with over 3 years can get invited to this program. So we'll have the opportunity to become, to take a principal seat. So I'm excited about that opportunity. The district, they don't select a lot of people to participate in the program. It's a ton of assistant principals in my school district. So I just kind of felt honored to get that email so I could, be one of the candidates in the cohort that's starting at the end of September.
What is a cohort?
Good.
What is a cohort?
Cohort?
Yeah, you using all these big
It's a
terms
group.
like
It's a group.
TI. You know what I mean? I want to know what cohort is. You know what I mean?
It's
I
a
ain't gonna let
cohort.
y'all.
It's a group. It's a group.
We got to break it down to the
You
people.
know
They
what
don't
cohort
really.
means.
They
Mr.
don't really
No.
know. You know what I mean?
I didn't know what it means.
See,
Uh,
Nicole.
Oh, okay.
We teach you.
Just
We
a
teach
cohort.
you.
It's just a group
We,
of people.
oh, see, we a cohort. Every Sunday
I
we
can't
meet
hear
here.
you.
Every Sunday we meet here as a cohort.
We are.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
This
That's a
is
cohort.
definitely, Franco, that's a great example. This is definitely a cohort, the group. I mean, it is. It's a cohort.
That's a sister principal word, right?
That's one of them big words that's one of them big words they use to try to fool the people that come to the school. Yeah, he was in his cohort, and then instead of saying, "Look, Jimmy was over there acting up in class today," they say he was in his cohort.
Well, listen, I'm in the, you know what? I feel like I was in the second cohort for Next Play because you all started, December 5th, and I think I joined sometime the end of December. So I feel like I kind of made the second cohort.
Okay.
Might have been in the first one, but
All right.
it's all good.
Oh, I could have been in the first cohort, but anyhow, that's my success story. Besides making sure that I'm still breathing.
Great. That's good. Good. Hey, who's next?
That would be you, sir.
What?
That would be you. Slam and spam.
I guess my success story is, man, I got so much work, it's ridiculous. But I am blessed and highly favored, so I take it with, I take it as a challenge, and just got to get it done. Figure a way out to get it done. Um, and I'm still here after all that heat I went through and everything. Still here, still slanging and banging. Um, that's just about it. Oh, and the piece that I have for you guys, the opportunity for me to film that and to record that for you guys, I think you guys it's gonna bring some stuff home to you guys. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm glad that came about, So that's about it. Nick?
All right, so man, I ain't gonna tell you no. I ain't gonna. I think my success story this past week, man. I had a lot of stuff to get done, and it's just always getting done. At the same time, for me, I mean, it's always about trying to keep going and moving forward. So, I actually had a breakthrough in a situation to come down for me in a couple of weeks where I had to utilize uh, it's crazy. I had to talk to the fellas, man. It's an offline chat, man. But we was talking about a situation. I was trying to figure out how I was gonna pull it off. Well, I
Yeah.
tell you, the universe always loved me. You know what I mean? Because I got a call yesterday about changing some stuff around next week. That's gonna allow me to change some stuff around in a couple more weeks. And I was, that's my success story because like at first, it just so happened the universe just drops a little birdie a golden bird in my lap this week, and just was making like, oh, okay, this is how we gonna make this work. And it just happened. So, it was really good that it worked out like that. On another note, my damn refrigerator went out, so I'm pissed off. So I'm still up on it. It was a hot note because I need to change the refrigerator, but yeah, I guess it's still like I gotta go figure that out. But that's pretty much how my week been, man. The market, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't lose no money last week. I ain't make a whole. I made a little bit of money, but I ain't lose no money. You know what I mean? I can say that. But I'm, my I got a lot of stuff sitting on the sideline because, just like I told you, I'm looking to see how I can make money off Afghanistan. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like that's what my whole focus is the whole thing with what they finna do with Afghanistan and this war. It's just like we had all the other plans, and I think that's one of the things. Another success story of me finding out this week, man. We got to stick to where we start. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're gonna probably talk about that in a little bit, but that's pretty much it. You know what I mean for me and my success story. Um, and I think that's the best I could actually say is a good success story. Is just that. You know what I mean? And we'll go from there. Anybody else? Hey, Mr. Williams. Miss Williams, you had something to do this. You had something fun. Can you tell us how the class going again, Miss Williams? If you feel
I
like,
I can. I didn't do anything this week. My kids, my daughter started 4K and my son got sick and then she got sick. So I've been home taking care of kids. So I didn't do anything with my stock market this week, but I am going to finish up this week and hopefully I'll be in the simulator, trade station simulator by the beginning of the following week,
Oh,
or maybe
wow.
the end of the week.
Good job.
But I do have one thing. Whenever I have a business idea, I go through the SBA has a program or an organization under them called SCORE, SCORE. And I have a mentor that mentors me through. So I had this business idea and I always like, before I jump and dive off into something, I always like to get some information, and he is my mentor. So he helps me, gives me homework every week. We meet through Zoom call and he lets me know if it's a good idea. We kind of go through, he'll give me some homework and we'll go through the actual business idea and set it up. And then we'll determine from there which way I'm going to go. And I've used him before, and the business deal didn't go through, but I'm glad he caught it at the like I was at 2 days from the closing and I just had to pull out. So, because he found some information, like we went through the numbers. We went through the numbers again before I got ready to sign everything and turn everything over to me. And they was horrible.
Wow.
I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, we like the week of signing and I got to just let everything go. And the guy wasn't able to, even after me reaching out to him about six months later, he still wasn't able to pull everything up so that he could transfer it over to me. So I just kind of let it go.
Wow. Well, that's good. So, yeah, that's good.
I had to pay, I didn't lose, but I paid like $500 and some for a lesson learned.
Right.
Yeah, but it's better than you losing.
Right. Me getting that business and I couldn't survive.
Exactly. I was gonna say the same thing Sam said.
That's a good thing right there. That's a good lesson learned. I like that.
So yeah, anybody that's interested and they need some help under the SBA is a program called SCORE.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
So
okay.
That's it for me.
About SCORE, I got a SCORE mentor too.
Oh.
And, when COVID hit, you know, the stock market was going down, it was crashing, right? And I asked him, I was like, you know, the market's going down, you know, what should I invest in? So he actually gave me 3 funds to invest in. Fast forward to last week, I just realized that the funds that he gave me to invest in were index funds.
Wow.
And those funds, crazy, they went crazy. And then, you know, tying it all together with what Warren Buffett does and all those other big time investors invest in, and what Warren Buffett said to his wife. I mean, if he passed away, put him, and she's right. Yeah, SCORE is a beast. And they have they have all kind of what I want to say, workshops. You know, they have a SCORE workshop, and there they have, when you go to the workshops, they have all different types of lenders for loans. They'll have classes, and if you want to learn about business setup or business design, and they send you emails all the time. And through the SBA, you know, I was able to find out, like, when the emergency disaster relief loan came out, I was on top of that. The PPP forgiveness, they just do workshops all the time, and you sit there and watch the workshops, and it's just information, tons of information.
And they do grants. I did one grant, and I think they have another grant going right now, but that might be just for South Carolina though. It's a smaller one, but they have, you know, different grants as well.
Okay. Cool. Here we go.
Those are all our success stories. We don't want to overlook Melanie Hines, who's on the chat with us. If you have anything you want to say, Melanie, let us know. If not, we'll keep pushing. So this week in the market, the Dow Jones gained almost another point to close at 0.96%, 35,456. And back in 2008, I was watching a clip with Ben Bernanke, and he was talking about the housing crisis back then, and about the market was solid and the housing was solid and it wasn't a bubble, and you may have a pullback. But here's the crazy thing. I was looking at the Dow Jones ticker that was behind him, and it was at 10,000. That's where it was. And now we're sitting at 35,000, you know, which is crazy. So now I'm looking at the market. One day, this 35,000 could be 50,000. The market, you know what I mean? So they got funds out there that trade with the Dow Jones. So, you know, long play, 10, 15 years, the market may be at 50,000. Just keep that in mind. S&P also went up 1.5% to close at 4,509. The NASDAQ gained 2.82% to close at 15,000. So all those are up, still running. We still running. We still running, folks. This week, energy was up. Number one was energy. Number two was number one was energy, man.
Ding, 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 ding. What did I tell you guys a few weeks back? What to invest in? Hey.
The Oracle. Condor said it last week. He told you about the energy companies last week.
He told you about energy. Sammy Sam. Hey man, we gotta give him a big next play because he told everybody. For at least 2 Sundays. Hey man, start buying energy. Start buying
You
energy.
did, Sam.
We gotta give it to him. So that shows you, man, that people are actually really spending time to tell you the truth. It ain't about just guessing and this ain't something that somebody's just doing. For him to be able to predict the market for the last 2-3 weeks, and then you see that when Stacey called it out, you can go pull the numbers yourself. This is the #1 sector last week. Keep going, Stacey. Man, good shot, Sam, man. Appreciate you.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dope, Condor.
You can't make this stuff up. No.
Hey, man, you know, I get it.
Oh, man, that's funny. All right. Then we got communication services. After that, we got material. Then we got financials, information technology, consumer discretionary, real estate, industrials, consumer staples, utilities, and last, believe it or not, is healthcare. Why is healthcare last?
Well, you gotta understand.
Pandemic.
This vaccine.
No.
What you mean? Why is it last? What do you mean?
Go ahead. What do you think, Nicole? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think because of the vaccine.
Why you
That is dead last?
That is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
I'm
vaccine?
I'm trying to follow you. Break it down for us, teacher.
Teacher, go ahead.
No, it's not teacher's vice president.
Yeah, vice principal.
Oh,
vice
not president, principal. Yeah.
Yeah, vice principal. Go ahead, principal.
No, I'm just it's just my thought process because with Pfizer becoming FDA approved, so I just think it's just still a lot. It's just me personally. It's just my thought. I just think it's a lot with these vaccines.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Nicole out though.
Somebody, please.
All right, we're gonna help Nicole out. We don't want to put her out there too far in the water. She's actually kind of right, to a certain extent, but that's why we saw last week where they started to monetize healthcare. Healthcare been taking a lot of hit because a lot of the feeding with the COVID vaccine. So you're looking at revenues down in healthcare. It's not up. Only Pfizer is up. So that could possibly be the reason why, and that's why you see Delta and all these companies starting to turn the monetization of the whole thing behind COVID-19. Something for a research, but we're gonna put Nicole to see if she can find some information and come back with a real answer. How about that? Since she been at home, she got time. Who else voted in the group? Did she go back and find some information to back up her story? The 3 eyes have it.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to do some research. I will do some research tomorrow.
Next week, she will tell us why the healthcare is last. The 3 eyes have it. We good.
That'd be good to know. I'm curious, man.
Yeah.
Make any sense why because if you got FDA approval, Pfizer
it would go up.
$2 or $3 bump in their price. Moderna's still running. I don't know.
Something's not right. So yeah, I'll be waiting to find out.
I'm gonna do some research. It's just my hypothesis, just my thought. It's not.
I can't take it. This report is only a week old. So
so it's not something that I read or it's just Nicole Sumner's hypothesis.
Well, we need Miss Nicole to go read a few things and come back with some answers.
I am. I don't go back to
that new big word, hypothesis, too.
Yeah.
I don't go back to work till Wednesday, so I definitely will find some research tomorrow.
Oh, I love it.
Right. All right. All right.
All right.
Okay. So moving right along, we got the next play nugget. So this week in our chat, in our WhatsApp chat, I dropped in index fund that's no cost to you. There's no load on no front end load, and what a front end load is when they charge you to basically join their fund or join their game. And I looked at the fund. It's called FNILX, and it's by Fidelity. And so for those you guys who are listening, you want to go and join our WhatsApp chat. That way, when we're chatting during the week, you'll have privy to little nuggets we may find during the week. We might drop it in the chat. Also, if you hadn't liked the video, share, like, and share. If you're on YouTube, like it to help us with the algorithms. But anyway, this particular fund is mixed with technology, financials, and a little healthcare in it. But nope, but I called my brokerage, and because I couldn't find it, it wasn't available on my platform. And so I called Fidelity, and what the deal is, it's a Fidelity fund only. So it's only available to Fidelity customers. So if you wanted this fund, you can take a look at it, make your own decision. But if you wanted this fund, you'd have to actually join, subscribe with Fidelity, put some money in that brokerage account, and then buy the fund. This fund I consider to be like a buy and hold deal. On the long term, it's an index fund, so you look for it to grow gradually. It's passively managed, so that's one reason why it's so it's no load to get in, because they only look at it maybe every quarter or every 6 months. They may take a look at it, rearrange the fund, and just kind of manage it on a passive deal. But the cool thing about any profits that are made in this fund goes back to the investors. So all the profits, goes back to us. It's a little less aggressive, but year to date, right now it's up 20%. And the current price on this particular index fund is $16.18.
Wow, that's good.
So what I did is on Fidelity's website, they have 2 other funds that have similar holdings, and they are traded on different platforms. So you can go take a look at either one of these funds. The prices are about the same, but it's not, it's not free. So, the fund manager is going to make some money off of the fund. But if you didn't want to have more than one platform, going back and forth between platforms, you could take a look at this index fund. It's called FLCEX, and it's a Fidelity Large Cap Core Enhanced Index Fund. Right now it's trading at $23.35. And the top holdings in this fund is Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Alphabet Class A, Alphabet Class C. That's Google, if y'all know. Berkshire Hathaway Class B, Nvidia, which is Nvidia is running like crazy. Everybody know that, and they got a Fidelity Reserve in it. So that's one. It should. I don't know. I know it's on TD Ameritrade. I can tell you that. I don't know what other platform it may be on, or your platform, but I know you can trade this on TD Ameritrade. And the second one that they have is Fidelity Mega Cap Stock Fund. It's FGRTX. It's trading at $19.08. The first one that I gave you, the one that Fidelity has at $16.18, it's been as high as around $30, $35. So it's not trading at an all-time high. It's got pretty much the same companies in it, like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. So it's a long play. And but going back to the Fidelity Mega Cap stock, the FGRTX, it's 1908, and in that fund you got General Electric, Microsoft, ExxonMobil, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, another federal Fidelity Reserve, Apple, JP Morgan, Alphabet C, and Alphabet A. So in this fund, you know, they're buying good companies. And basically what this fund right here is, when you buy one of these funds, you get exposure to all these different companies all in one fund. So instead of having to buy a share of Apple for $148, you can buy this mega cap stock fund at $19.08 and get exposure to Apple, JP Morgan. And in this fund right here, it kind of balances. Microsoft has a good day, and then Apple has a bad day. They kind of balance each other out and keeps the fund stable. But go ahead. Yeah.
Is it safe to say this though, that also means when we look at those type funds, that if both of those companies have a good day, you can automatically have a good day on that fund as well? Because any movement in those stocks, you know, a lot of people don't really talk about funds. We talk about stocks. Like any movement in a group of stocks that are pretty much in the same sector will create a good move on the fund as well. You know, so that's just something else to bring into it and think about it. You know, because a lot of people don't talk about funds.
Oh yeah. That's definitely something that
And just
definitely something you want to take a look at.
yeah, not just to bring the balance in, but it matters that those they grow pretty fast. I mean, you look at some of the ones we don't talk about. Well, TQQQQ, as we always
Mhm.
talk about, that's a
Right.
fund. It don't grew to
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars, you know,
Right.
just because of the way that it's actually traded. So, you know, it's just always good to know about it. I looked into this one today when you sent it to me. I'm like, man, that's crazy. You got to move money just to that one bank just to be
Yeah.
able to get to the fund.
But now that TQQ fund is it's like a 3x fund. So when you go up 3 times, when you go up, it moves like 3x. But also when you lose like 3x.
Got you.
Where this one right here is just real slow. Actually it's slow motion. You want to call it slow motion. But that TQQ moves really fast, and it's got pretty much the same, you know. Well, that's more technology fund, and it's very aggressive. So if you're young and you can lose, then yeah, you do a TQQ. But you know, if you're old, you might want to do a mega cap. Take it slow. You know what I mean? And then the last lose is coming right off the top. Cathie Woods and this guy named Michael Burry. Michael Burry is the guy who predicted the 2008 market crash with real estate. He's the guy who they made that movie about Wall Street bets, when he was betting against Wall Street, and everybody thought he was crazy for betting against Wall Street, and then the market crashed, and he made a whole lot of money.
That would be The Big Short.
No, it was same thing. Yeah. You're right. Michael Burry is shorting Cathie Woods' fund, her ARKK fund. So they're going to war, man. So it's like, you know, Cathie Woods, she wrote. I mean, you know, she made a lot of money off that ARKK fund, and but he's shorting her fund, man. He thinks.
Really got people buying the hype behind why is he trying to short her stock.
Yeah,
Just the hype alone, they creating enough money to make it move. Because it's the propaganda that, oh, he was right this time. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, it's making it move, because I own an ARK. I own one of them jokers on the option, and it's bloody murder, bro. That junk ugly. I'm talking that junk down 70%.
Yeah, that's ugly.
That's ugly.
That's ugly.
Look like rats doggone fleeing the ship.
Yeah, that's ugly right there. I ain't gonna tell you.
You can't move. You down 70%. It's 70% on the option, but the only thing that's saving me is that the option expires in 2023.
Oh, okay.
Hey, buckle down the ship.
Oh yeah. Batting the hatches down.
Hey, look, buckle
It's gonna be
down
a
the
long
ship
ride.
and ride it out, cuz.
Gonna be
That's
a bumpy
all.
ride,
Yeah, I don't have
Hey,
that one now.
ride it
I'm
out,
going down
cuz.
swinging.
Yeah.
Me,
Ain't no
me and
sense.
Kathy
Look,
going down swinging that one, bro.
ain't no
Huh?
sense of waiting for him to shoot you. Just go on, fight it on that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight that one out. Kind of like the way you doing Nokia.
Oh
Riding to
man,
the
don't
end.
bring it up right now. Don't bring it up right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Don't bring it like because
Yeah.
no kid. I'm gonna tell you something. I can't wait. I got about 3-4 more months. Man, I'm hoping 5G do something amazing in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I just need you to fall over the line. I don't even need you to run fast. Just fall over the top of the line. And then we
Hey,
good.
if you can fall over top of the line, you break even.
Hey, and I'm
And you
good.
make a little bit of money, you know.
Just fall over
Okay.
the top of the line. Don't you ain't gotta outrun nobody. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just fall on in place in the top. It's just in the top, right there at the end of the race. Cause you
Yeah,
ain't gotta be the
yeah.
fastest in the world. Just pass the line. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
good though.
And one more last nugget before I go about capital gains taxes when you buying and selling stock. If you hold your stock a year and a day, you pay 12% on capital gains. If you hold it less than that, it's around 30 some odd percent. Just so you know. But I'm not a
As
financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only.
Yes, sir.
Of
Please.
any kind involved with. Consult a professional financial advisor or professional fiduciary before, not for, but before you do any type of investment. All right, Sam, it's on you. I'm gone.
Well, folks, my news segment is just that. It's a segment, and it's loaded with some information I want you guys to be aware of, especially if you're in the home buying field, where if you're looking to buy a home, there's some stuff about home building that you should actually know and understand what's going on with the shortages of material. And if you look at the prices, how the prices have skyrocketed, which in return raises the price of your houses. But there's another side of it that you hadn't seen, and I want you to see it firsthand, and you're still paying for it. So with no ado, hopefully, Franco, do you have me queued up?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you before we even start this, people, please don't laugh. Please don't laugh. I just want everybody to know. Please don't laugh, cause woo, I know it's a lot for a lot of people to take, but you know everybody will get a
All right,
chance to see
everyone.
it.
I want to show you guys how badly they're
All
cutting
right,
back
so
on material.
can everybody
This
see
is a
it?
brand new house selling for about $700,000,
Do you have the sound on?
$800,000
Yeah, I
up
can't.
in the
You should have the
Ackworth
sound, but
area.
just
All
talk
right.
about it.
Now
They can
you
hear
can
it.
see this.
Okay,
It looks
what
like it's
this
well
is, this
insulated.
was a home over in
actually
Ackworth,
Like
Georgia.
foam
These homes
board.
were
I can
selling
put my
between
finger in, push
$700,000
on it,
and
and see how my finger
$800,000.
and make an indentation on it.
And what I'm
Now
showing you
I
is
want you to
that
go
this is
down. I'm gonna
called
go down here,
foam
which is
board.
underneath this
That
window,
what you saw me
and take
pushing
a
my
look
hand
at
on,
how
it's
much
called foam
material you
board.
have in here.
And now I
you
took
see
you
this hole
to
right here?
a place underneath the
This is your-
window, and this
that's
is
your
what
hardy
foam
plank
board is
siding
made
right
out of.
there.
Basically, it's
No
foam, and that gray
kind
area,
of-
that's hardy plank
No strength, no
siding.
integrity in the
That's
house
actually
whatsoever. So you
the
got
board that's up
this,
in there,
which you
and
can
the
put your
outside of the
fingers
house is on the
through.
other side of that.
And then you
So
got, as you can see,
I wanted to
foam,
let you guys
and
see
that's siding.
the material
That's
that
the
they're
hardy plank
using
siding. That's your
now
outside of the house
versus what they
So-
used to use. They used to use plywood. Plywood is strong to me. The plywood, in my professional opinion, plywood is stronger and it's more durable, and it gives your home more structural integrity. That was foam board. You can actually put your finger in it and pluck out a whole piece. You cannot do that with plywood.
That's that stuff we've been talking about all year.
So yeah, they're basically what they're doing. They trimming down on the material, on what it is. And now this segment, this part right here, is what they sell you on. This is the part, the alluring part that you see. All right, Franco, go ahead and run that. So this is the part that you see. After the young lady or the lady going to prom has been all dressed up. So what you see here is like all the finished stainless steel appliances, granite countertop, the trim, the nice floors, all of it. Look how nice it is. It's a beautiful home. This is what they're selling you. They're not selling you the structural integrity, the quality of the home, how well it's put together and everything. They're selling you all the dress up stuff. And they're taking you to the bank. Now, the reason you're probably questioning, why am I showing you this? Because we are called Next Play investors. Your home is an investment. That's why I'm bringing it to your attention. This is one of your biggest investments. And it can actually springboard you on to your other investment, because a lot of us can use our homes as a bank. So I'm saying, don't get caught up in how they dress stuff up. Look, if you can get to it during the building phase, that's what I would do if I'm getting something new. I mean, look at the bathroom. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at it. So, for instance, I heard him out say gorgeous. He didn't have to say nothing. I heard him gorgeous. Oh my God, it's beautiful. But believe you me, after 2 years, it won't be gorgeous. I can guarantee you that.
Wow.
So that's what I wanted you guys to understand. You know, me, myself, I am sold on the older homes. If it were me, because of what I see out there, I see our counterparts, they are buying these, but they're more interested in the older structures. They'll go in and gut it, tear everything out, and they'll redo it because they know that those homes are solid. They have structural integrity. They have the plywood. They have the 2x4s, 12 inches on center, not 16 inches on center. So they're getting more bang for their buck. They already know that house will be there long after they're long gone. They can pass it down. Those homes, you probably can push them down in about 10, 20 years. I will probably say you don't want to be anywhere near. But
push them down, Tony.
I just wanted you guys to see what I see every day, and they're dressing all this stuff up and they sell it to you as $1 million homes. They're not $1 million homes. So I just wanted you guys to see they are what we're saying.